Hey guys, what's up? So this is another video on the application process where I am sharing my own personal experiences with the application process that got me into Pomona College on a full scholarship as an international student. Before I go into this video, I do want to apologize to each one of you because I'm really tired right now. It's like 7 p.m. and I finished nearly 13 hours of work day. But I do want to record this because Hitesh literally asked this long sequence of questions. And so in this video, I can't answer all of them, but I am going to take a shot at question number 3 and 4. Please, at the end of the video, do let me know if this was helpful and what kind of other content should I make on the application process. Again, I love doing this because this is something that would have been really helpful when I was going through this process, but such help was not available back then. So I'm actually really happy by myself to be able to do this and to showcase to people that you can be positive and you can help others and that you can uplift other people as well as part of your own growth. So with that said, let's just dive into these questions, and I'm literally sitting on the ground right now because I'm so tired. I can't sit on a chair anymore. But yes. So question 3 is really asking about recommendation letters and how to do them, what they are, and how to get them basically. And there are a couple of things that I can share when it comes to recommendation letters with you guys. So usually you need 2 recommendation letters as part of the US application process for each college. Some colleges will be fine with 1 letter as well, but usually you need 2 academic reference letters, right? And then you can have supplemental letters as well, a maximum of 2, but it depends on how many each college allows you to have. So with that said, I got my 2 recommendation letters from my further mathematics teacher and my chemistry teacher. Both of these subjects were subjects that I took in my A-levels. I applied for math, computer science, and then history, just for reference, right? And so it made sense to have a further math application which would represent the highest caliber of math I had done at that time. And what else? And then the second application was from chemistry. And by the way, this is stuff from 4 years ago, so you guys are making me remember old stuff. The second recommendation was for chemistry, which was not one of the subjects I applied for, but the reason I got it from the chemistry professor was because I had a good relationship with him. And so, few things to consider for you guys. First is the recommendation letter you take must align with an area of interest of yours. So further math with math makes sense. Chemistry does not make sense, but ideally it should. Second of all, the professor should know you. You should have had a good relationship with them where they can put in a good word for you. That is the second important thing. And then what else? If something else comes to my head, I'll add that over here as well. But basically these 2. And then some other tips with recommendation letters, very, very important, which is when you ask for a recommendation letter from a teacher, right, what you want to do is you want to tell them exactly what you did in their class, what you learned from their class. It is best if you literally write a recommendation letter from the perspective of that teacher to yourself. And before I get criticism and people say, oh, that's kind of wrong, you're not supposed to do it, the reason why I suggest you to write the recommendation letter yourself in the sense of providing information for the professor is because these teachers usually teach so many people every single year that even if they remember you and they remember that you were a good student and whatnot, they probably don't remember all of the things that you did in the class. They don't remember the small details, the small memories that really changed a lot of stuff for you. And so what you're doing actually is not a bad thing. You're really helping the teacher remember the things that they need to write literally in your letter, right? So please do not be shy, do not hesitate in writing out a paragraph, writing out like a whole page explaining why you were a good student and all of the things that you did for the professor, for the class, for the school. Give them the information so that they can actually parse it out and then write you a good recommendation letter. That's my first recommendation. Do not be shy in this thing that, oh, I don't want to tell them what to write. Go and tell them what to write, because it is literally your letter and they don't remember everything about you. This is your letter, right? So you remember everything about yourself. They don't, because they teach so many guys. So tell them exactly what to write. This is important. Some professors or teachers might not like this, so just be kind and tell them, I just want to remind you of all of the stuff I've done. And then you can literally choose what you want to write in your letter, but provide them all of the information. The second reason why I suggest this is because if you're especially coming from a country where English is not the primary language, then most likely your English writing skills are going to be way better than your professor if they're a non-English professor, right? And so for a lot of professors and teachers, I know if you write all of the text, it can actually be helpful for them as well. Sure enough, they're supposed to revise it and they need to read it and understand what they're sending forward, but you can help them. And this is something that university officers, they don't understand. They expect like good English from teachers in like South Asian countries, but that need not be the case. And so you should understand these ground realities and then work accordingly. But that's for the recommendation letters. I took a third recommendation letter from a lady I had worked with on a social program. So you can do something like that as well. That is helpful as well. Now, I think that's basically it for recommendations. Now for the second part, which is portfolio. I did submit 2 portfolios, a STEM portfolio and an arts portfolio. And for my arts portfolio, basically, it kind of showed like 4 months of work I had done. So in my gap year, I started playing the Indian bamboo flute, which is the bansuri, and my music portfolio was really just me playing bansuri, 2 songs, and synchronizing with the tabla. And I will try to find the portfolio itself. If I can find it, I will either add it to this video or I'll add a link in the chat or like in the description for this video, so that you guys can actually see the music portfolio and get an idea for yourself. Now, if you are a music major, your portfolio should be not 5x, 100x better than my portfolio. My music portfolio sucked. It was like anyone could look at it and realize that this guy has only been playing for like 4 months. But that was the whole point from my portfolio, because I was applying for a STEM degree, and my STEM portfolio, which showcased 4 projects I had done, was actually really strong, really cool. It literally even got me a Yale interview, an interview from UPenn, from Cornell, which didn't work out later on, but still. So what I'm saying is, it really depends on what your context is. If you're a music applicant, then your music portfolio needs to be strong. I was not a music applicant, I was a STEM applicant. The only reason I had a music portfolio up there was because I wanted to show those guys that, hey, I'm smart, I can do all of these things as well, you know, and I can have fun and I can really express myself. These are things that are important as well. But yeah, with that said, this is really the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful in terms of understanding how to go around the recommendation process and portfolio. Again, I will attach the links to my portfolios in this video. If you want my recommendation letters as well, which I may or might not have, I'll have to pull them up. If you do want them, go ahead and comment recommendation letter, and then I'll send it to you on your Gmail or on your email. I can do that for you. And apart from that, to conclude this video, I do want to request from you guys to like, share and subscribe, because that gives me some good motivation and energy to work harder and serve you guys. I really enjoy doing this. And Hitesh, back to you. Thank you for asking these questions. If anyone else is watching this video, and there are questions regarding the US application process and anything else, please ask those questions. I'll answer all of them. And Hitesh, I'll get back to all of your other questions as well. So right now we answered 2 of them, 6 remaining. I'll make videos on those as well. Super tired, but we will continue to work hard, right guys? So with that said, take care and work hard. Yeah, and remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Bye bye.